So, and I can tell you that in the last 2 years, we have created more jobs in Lagos. We've empowered more people in Lagos through the Lagos Employment Trust Fund. So when they give their figures, I want to know their projection. You see, don't forget that FDR died in office. President Roosevelt died in office, right? He was crippled. He was on a wheelchair. America didn't go to war. They didn't take him out. Woodrow Wilson had a stroke in office during the First World War.
They were still, understand me? They were working. They were not away from the office. But there's a difference.
So the difference is that because right now, if you see your president on a wheelchair this morning, there will be another Charlie Boy protest on the street of Lagos.
There were two different things.
They are not two different things. You are ill, excuse me, you are ill, you are ill.
They were not away from the office for 104 days.
If you are the president, right, and
but there were two things. You acknowledge that.
I mean, two things, we are all mortal. The man was not
just to make the point.
But to get a better treatment, do you understand me? To get a better treatment, if I decided that if you are my father and you are ill and say, you know, so I need to move you to Calabar to get a better treatment.
Let me tell you about the APC state.
Yes.
It's very close to Abuja, Kogi State.
Oh, yes.
They declared holiday.
That's horrible.
For the return.
That is.
Why do you think that the governor is taking that step to celebrate the return of the president?
Excuse me. I can tell you the president will condemn that action because it's so illogical. I don't understand. I cannot understand. I mean, you see, when you say APC state, is that an APC directive? Or somebody maybe...
Are you denying it's not an APC state?
I'm telling you, is that an APC directive? Or somebody plays to the gallery? So you just have to look at some things and you just disregard them.
I thought you have got party guidelines, and then every party should
that's
be, every state under the party should be guided.
Guideline that you should be guided? That you go on a break. It's president on a break. President 7 o'clock this morning, he addressed the nation. He's already working. So why are you going on an holiday? Crying more than the bereaved. So you look at people like that anyway. I mean, don't let me say much on the government.
You know, you spoke about some American presidents and what they did, how they were ill. But you know, let me also bring this.
At the thick of the Second World War, he was very ill. He was very ill.
I was going to another point, but since you're going back to this, but they were not away from their office for 104 or 3 days.
But they were ill for a very long time.
Anybody can be ill.
The point is that you see, I'm glad we are getting to the level where the media want to get every bit of information, but the media should be as well hold the responsibility of getting the right set of information out to the public. I'm telling you, social media has not make it worse, but the kind of things we've read about the president's illness.
Such as, is there any wrong information that is out there?
He was dead.
No, in terms of the ailment.
I mean, what else could you expect them to say beyond
that? But that was not on traditional media, was it?
Excuse me?
That the president was dead? Which media did you hear that?
He said not on traditional media, but it was on the media. Is there a way to regulate these things?
Which media?
I mean, the new media.
You mean social media?
Yes, even the president, to show you the president is well informed and grounded, he referred to social media. Do you understand me? So that is the reality.
So you also think they crossed the line in the social media?
Of course they did. You know, we both know, everybody knew they did. They did.
What do you think would have been done to make that line to stay, I mean, for social media to stay within the confines and not crossing the red lines?
Well, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to seek for your own advice and support. The chairman of channels is in good position to regulate that. So you understand me. So there must be a way. There must be a way. They must be able to regulate.
To regulate social media?
Of course. Of course. It should not be...
By the bond chairman?
That's part of the regulation.
No, there are two different things. Don't give him a job that is not his.
I'm not calling on channels. I'm calling about his capacity as the chairman of the Broadcasting Council.
Well, that's Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria, not the social media. Maybe ministry will do something about that.
It's under them anyway.
But
it's under them.
Is it going to be out of place if the president were to say, all right, look, I can't afford to be away from this country as much as I did, maybe 103 days or thereabout. You know what? All those medical experts that are in UK, I think they can come to this country and administer their treatment so we can give that message that we need to revive our healthcare industry. Would that be out of place if the president did that thing?
I mean, usually, for me, definitely not. But the point is that from what he said, clearly, it will cost him twice what it had cost him to go to the UK if they are coming to Nigeria.
How do we know? How much did he spend in the UK, for instance? Do you know? You want to tell us so we don't get the wrong message out?
I cannot tell you because the President said clearly in his speech, friends and family will take care of my bills. Well, I mean, that is what he said.
Can the president afford to allow that? Friends and family take care of medical bills?
That is what he said.
Of a sitting president?
That is what he said.
In the light of what's going on in South Africa?
Implication, fine. But the point is that for them coming to Nigeria, you think...
Isn't that encouraging corruption?
Well, that is another twist entirely. But I'm telling you what the president said.
But is it encouraging corruption or not?
No, it's not encouraging corruption. That will be definitely not too good because people will read a lot of money into it. It will be misinterpreted, to be encouraging people who are seeking undue favors.
We'll anchor the point, Mr. Tunde Bankantini, a member of the APC. Thank you very much for coming on this morning.
You're welcome.
We'll be back in a moment. Don't go away.